What is going on, everybody? What's up? Welcome into the channel, FACCI'S Cinema. What is going on, everybody? I am here tonight. Wasn't even gonna do a stream today at all, but I was contemplating in my head doing the RadPack's Rad 9 challenge, 9 movies that scared us. And I was debating if I wanted to do it or not. But after deliberating, I said, why not fucking pump out a video, tell you guys about 9 movies that scared me throughout any time in my life, with a couple honorable mentions. Obviously, I watched all the RadPack's videos. So some of their movies that scared them are definitely going to make this list. I felt, obligated to rock the headband like my dude Garrett. I figured, why not, rock the headband, got the freaking cross earring, dang. It's there, but you can't see it because it's so dark. I'm rocking it. I'm ready. I'm rolling. And I'm happy to do this. I'm going to be back on here on Thursday night, talking Halloween with Nick from the Lost River Drive-In. We're going to be ranking the endings of each and every Halloween movie in the franchise. So ready to do that. Let's say hello to the chat. Who is here so far? We have the fantastic Lamantra. Still got to get you on for Terror Train, buddy. I'm kind of pushing that out a little bit, getting closer to New Year's Eve, Boogman, what's up? Rosie, my darling, how are you? Brett, appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Blu-ray Addict, what's up? Brother Fluff, how are you? Excited to dive into this. MAGA, what's up? Mel from my killer podcast, 1/3 of the RadPack. They are an amazing, amazing group of individuals who inspire me tremendously on the channel recently. Love the vibes that they put out there. Love the 80s feel, the nostalgia that they bring. They're a little bit older than me, so they lived through more of that stuff than I did. I was born in the 80s, but they kind of lived it a little bit longer than I did. So super excited to be doing this in honor of those amazing peeps. Sebastian, what is going on, buddy? Thank you for dropping in. If your name is Matt, you're just cooler. I know, right? I try my best, but let's get into this. I have 9 movies picked out with 3 honorable mentions. I do own most of these on physical media because I am a huge physical media guy, especially as of recently. My steelbook collection continues to grow. My wife continues to hate it, but it's building for the future, okay? They're worth money, lots of it. So they keep growing. I'm going to show some of those off that I do currently own, the ones that I'm going to talk about. But honorable mention, honestly, this show meant a lot to me growing up. Always watched it on Snick at Night. On, Saturday nights, they had, all that. They had Keenan and Kel. But there was a very specific show that was horror-based. And me and my wife went back, rewatched every single episode of this show. I'm talking about Are You Afraid of the Dark? And the episode of that show that bothered me a lot as a kid was Laughing in the Dark, episode 2 of this show. If you haven't seen it, you better go check it out. I'm sure it's on YouTube for free. I own it. I think it's streaming on Paramount Plus, I think. But definitely Laughing at the Dark. We get that amusement park vibes. You got the creepy ass clown who was stealing money, and then there was a fire because he liked to smoke cigars, and the kids dare the other kid to go back into, the haunted fun ride to steal the nose of the clown. Zebo. Oh my, I watched it a ton as a kid. It always creeped me out. I'm not a huge fan of clowns at all. So, that episode really did affect me as a kid growing up. It scared the shit out of me, okay? 110% scared the shit out of me. So definitely an honorable mention worthy film. There is another member of the Rad Pack, Garrett, my dude, born to be rad. What's up? Rocking the headband in honor of you, my guy. Dude who loves movies, you are the man. And that theme song was fire. That theme song was fire. Blu-ray Addict's never seen Are You Afraid of the Dark? Sebastian's never seen it. This came out in like the early 90s, so I kind of get it. They tried to revamp it a few times, and I think in the early 2000s, and then in the later 2010s, I think they tried to come out two different things. They were movies, but definitely go back and watch that original run of shows. You will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. So much nostalgia. Another honorable mention for me would be The Strangers, 2008. The original one. Yes, we're getting the trilogy that's coming out next year, 3 movies in a year. Don't know how that's going to go, but I'm going to be there to watch them all. We got Pray at Night, walked out of the theaters originally, did not like that movie. Came back, rewatched it many times later. Amazing film. So fun. Definitely an 80s feel slasher, that pool scene. But The Strangers 2008, the atmosphere, the vibes, the creepy tension, the isolation that movie had, not knowing who these 3 strangers were. They asked them why they're doing this, and they said, because you were home. I mean, that's like any day ever. Like, you could be just sitting in your home watching TV. You get that knock at the door, and they're like, they unscrewed the porch light bulbs. So it's like, hey, is Tamara home? And you're like, what? I don't know who that is. No, she ain't here. Keep coming back. You see outside, they're swinging on the swing sets. They're fucking with them. They're creeping behind them. That movie was scary as shit. I'm for a while definitely checking the doors, checking the locks, doing everything because that movie creeped me the hell out for sure. Mid-level media, Ken, what's going on, buddy? Aaron Click, what's up? How are you, my man? Thank you guys for stopping in. Yes, I did watch Goosebumps, but that movie really didn't. I mean, that show really didn't scare me that much. It was just fun. The new Goosebumps that's currently streaming on Disney Plus, definitely a little bit darker than the typical Goosebumps stuff. I recommend checking it out. I watched 2 episodes so far. They released 5, so probably gonna watch a 3rd one tonight. Gonna continue that. Justin Long's in that, so definitely I recommend going to check that out for sure. You know what? And this next honorable mention is a movie that will stop me from ever going overseas. I will never travel overseas because of this movie. Because in my heart, I think this is what really happens over there. And since I'm an American, I'm worth more money. And I'm talking about Hostel, the original from 2005. This movie's so good that I don't watch this movie. Okay. That's whenever the torture films were out, Saw in that one, and Hostel 2, and so on. But that movie made it seem so real that is what really happens overseas, that I will never, ever go over there. I promise you. I mean, maybe unless I'm going to Italy, I mean, I wouldn't mind going to the home country, maybe see where the ancestors came from once some shit cools down over on that side of the country, of the world. But yeah, I will never, ever, 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 ever go anywhere close to Bratislava and all those countries that end in lava because of this movie right here. Never. They're not going to pay money to torture this semi-charming, little tiny bit chubby, needs to get in better shape white guy, okay? Because it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I'm not going to let that happen. So Hostel, my last of my honorable mentions. So finally, here we go. Diving in. Aaron, I held back. I did not call that one torture porn because I'm not really a fan of the term. So I held back on that one for sure. Okay, so that wraps up the honorable mentions. Let's bounce into the Rad 9. The 9 movies that scared the shit out of me at some point in my life. So I don't have this one. Dude. You know what? And I'm gonna put Are You Afraid of the Dark? Another creepy episode in that one was called The Ghastly Grinner. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that one, but like the main villain would like turn these people into these smiling faces, and they'd be like dripping like purple goos out of their shit. Dude, that was fucking ew. I guess just in general, Are You Afraid of the Dark can just take one of these nine spaces because that show as a kid was so creepy. Every single tale, you know, for being a little like whenever I watched these, I was probably about 5 or 6, I'd say. Being that young, watching any of these Are You Afraid of the Darks was amazing. So I did mention Laughing in the Dark. I meant to have that one as my number 9, but as a whole, just overall, I'm gonna go number 9 in no particular order. Obviously, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Any of those brings so much nostalgia back to me personally. If any of you have never seen Are You Afraid of the Dark, please go check it out. I mean, the early run of those, there's probably got to be, I don't even know off the top of my head, 6, 7 seasons maybe. There was a lot of episodes, so go check them out. And you are right, Garrett. I put on the headband and shit gets crazy. Midnight Society. I call this story the tale of the headband and Fauci. Good shit. All right. Another, getting into the list, I just rewatched this one the other day. And this movie definitely hits a lot harder being a dad. I got to go with Pet Cemetery from 1989. Gotta go with the Stephen King classic here. Watching that before kids is one thing. You got Zelda coming in, creepy shit sister she is. You got, oh, you bury anything, they come back to life. You got Church, then Gage, little Miko, Hughes. But watching that movie, watching Pet Cemetery as a dad, as a father, and watching that little boy walk out onto that road, getting hit by that freaking speeding truck. It's coming, but you're just not prepared for that. And then whenever the shoe's just rolling in the street, and a lot of people don't like the acting from the dad when he's just on the ground, like, "Ah!" No, dude, like seriously though, if you don't have kids, you probably don't know. You don't know. And obviously my youngest one, at this time, he's 4. He was a little bit older than Gage, but still, you know, we went over to my wife's mom's house the other day for like a little Halloween thing, and she lives on a busy road where cars are flying up and down, and he was getting close to that road a few times, and like Pet Cemetery just ran through my mind. Little Gage getting hit by that truck, and it, like I said, it was creepy in general, but having kids just amps Pet Cemetery up, so it scares the shit out of me now as a father, more than before, but it's still there for sure. Um, Another one for me would be Signs from 2002. And yes, I know it's not scary. I know that. But something about it, if we did have an alien invasion, that seems to me how it would go down, really. That's my perception of how it would look. They're at that birthday party, I think in like Mexico, and then you're just seeing down the alley and you just see the alien just walk past the screen. Dude, dude. And then, they're like watching it at home. We got the little McCulkin boy, you got Mel Gibson, Joaquin Phoenix. They're watching, there's like, and then they go get them freaking, they put them aluminum foil hats on and shit so they can't read their minds. I haven't watched it in a while. It's not like one of those movies you really want to watch frequently, but it's definitely got creepy atmosphere, creepy vibes, realistic. Like if aliens came down to Earth, because in my opinion, I do believe, I, I believe aliens are real for sure. I think we cannot be the smartest people out there. So, I would not be surprised if they are out there. And I think this might be the way they would come. But it's a really, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I think it was maybe filmed in Pennsylvania as well. So, another connection to me personally. Um, so yeah, it's I'm not As I'm an undercover cop on a biker movie. I am not. I'll take some chocolate fucking milk in a fucking dirty ass glass. Jeff. Fucking slide it over, Jeff. Hit me again, boy. No. I don't know how to ride a motorcycle. I can barely ride a bike. Oh no, I can ride a bike. All right. Another one. I don't even have one copy of this puppy. I got fucking two copies of this puppy. This movie is from 1988 and it is Pumpkinhead. That is how much I like Pumpkinhead. I already had a steelbook, had to buy another. It's something about it, man. Once again, another movie about a little boy getting killed, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Um, Dude, Lance Hendrickson is amazing as the father in this. He's fantastic. That creepy witch out in the freaking end of that deep in the mountains. And as a kid watching this shit, so scary. Pumpkinhead was, and honestly, from being back in the late 80s, Stan Winston created one of the best practical effects monsters I've ever seen. If they would ever remake this movie, which I've heard talks about them remaking this movie, um, I think it has to be practical. It has to be. It's so creepy. You know, if you do something wrong and somebody summons the pumpkin head on you, there's nothing you can do to stop it from coming. Unless the person that summoned it, you know, unless the person that summoned it calls it off by killing themselves, it's never going to stop trying to kill you. And as a kid seeing that monster and he's walking through the church because they thought it was on holy ground that he wouldn't be able to go there. And then he walks in and he grabs the cross and just starts banging it on the ground to break it. Dude, it's a badass, creepy movie. Badass movie. I love Pumpkinhead. Just rewatched it the other day for October watches. I had to. It's a good movie. It is a good movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend checking it out. Definitely, got some old vibes to it. But go check it out. I think you guys will really, really like it. Um, Another one on my list. Most people probably don't even like this movie at all. Not at all. Not at all. But I absolutely love this movie. I find it so creepy. From 1984, the original Children of the Corn. Original Children of the Corn. I know a lot of people don't like that movie. I know the franchise isn't the greatest franchise in the world. They barely have any movies that are worth your time to watch them. But the atmosphere, again, in Children of the Corn, amazing. The cornfields, the isolation, it's cut off from the big cities. I'm a huge fan of cornfields for some reason. Probably because of this movie. I don't know why, but I absolutely love them. The scene in town when they're at the diner and the kids come in and they lock all the doors. It's like after church or something. All the kids come in, lock the doors, kids poison the coffee. They start slitting throats and killing all the adults in the diner. It's a creepy scene. And now that I'm an adult, it's even creepier, It wasn't so scary when you're a kid because you're like, yeah, I'll just join their army. And I'll be one of them killer fucking kids like Malachi or Isaac, That Outlander. Yeah, fucking Malachi with that red ass hair, bro. Damn. It's good. I thank you, Aaron Click. It is good. It's creepy. Um, I like it a lot. I think it's a really good movie and super creepy. Them freaking kids, man. Chasing the guy around. He did a really good job of beating their ass for the most part. And yeah, it gets a little bit wonky. The bad CGI effects at the end with He Who Walks Behind the Roads. He's underneath it, and it's like this fucking frizzy yellow screen thing going across the ground. It's fucking weird, but it definitely creeped me the shit out for sure. I did watch the newest Children of the Corn movie. I know it got a lot of hate. I actually enjoyed it for some reason, but don't go by my taste because my taste is awful. So do not go by my taste. Um, Another movie that scared me. I don't own this movie on physical media at all. It is Arachnophobia from 1990. Yeah, yeah. All I gotta say is spiders, and that's all I gotta say about that. Um, I'm sorry. Spiders. Taking a shower, comes down from the ceiling. No, thank you. You're putting on your shoes in the morning or whenever. Spiders inside your shoes. Once again, no, thank you. Yeah. Spiders in your basement. No, thank you. Yes, this movie is not terrifying. It's not scary like that. I'm at the edge of my seat. No, it's spiders. Spiders done well. Some of those spiders were real. Some of those spiders were real. And I'm not working with real spiders. I had once in my freaking downstairs shower yesterday. I had to go in there like a man while swinging a flip flop, going, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I am afraid of spiders. One dropped down on my FedEx truck. I'm surprised the truck didn't crash. That's all I'm saying. So that's one reason why I'm not a fan. Not a fan of arachnophobia. Justin, the sexiest blonde-haired man in the world. Man, Justin. Another the last person of the RadPack showed up to show me some love. I love Justin so much. Oh, man, I had all three of you guys in here tonight. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I had to show you guys some love. I didn't participate in the first one because probably all 9 of my movies would have been horror movies, so probably wouldn't have made much sense. But I definitely wanted to contribute to this one, so here I am, Justin, showing some love. Yeah, Arachnophobia for sure. Scared the shit out of me. Not a movie I want to rewatch. I saw they're gonna remake it. As long as it's all practical and real spiders are used throughout that movie, it will work. I'm not afraid of rubber spiders. I'm not afraid of rubber spiders on string. Man, Fauci, you one scared cat. Yeah, spiders and snakes. I'm that guy. I am that guy. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Hit that like button, y'all. Thank you, buddy. I don't own that one on physical media. However, if they do have a steelbook of that somewhere, I would gladly purchase it because I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for. I will pretty much anything on a steelbook I'll buy, even if I don't like the movie that much. I'll probably buy it. Just saying. So let's go. Let's fucking go. Anybody know about arachnophobia? Hit me up. I take a look at it. Planet CHH, the freaking YouTube family is ringing in here tonight. Let's go. Next on my list, honestly, I don't know why this is on my list, or why I'm afraid of this movie. But I will not watch this movie. It's a Michael Keaton classic that I think they're making a sequel to. Yes, Beetlejuice. Have no clue why I'm afraid of Beetlejuice. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's about death. Not a fan of that. Got some weird looking worms. I think I believe Tim Burton directed Beetlejuice, I think. Correct me if I am wrong. But yeah, Beetlejuice. It's weird, you know? You got to have one weird one on your list, I think, because the list that I've read, there's always been one kind of, what the hell is that on there for? I think that's mine. Beetlejuice. Not a fan. Not a fan. Don't rewatch it ever. Love Michael Keaton. Love Winona Ryder. One of the Baldwins. Not sure which one it is. They all look the same to me. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Maybe I should give it another chance. Maybe I should rewatch it at some point. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I'm not gonna watch it. Probably not. Blu-ray Addict's never seen Arachnophobia. Give it a shot, dude. Give it a shot. You might be like, eh. Hell, I'm sorry. It might be all time. I'm just not into it. Something about Beetlejuice I just do not like. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Beetlejuice himself or what, but I should like it because I like Michael Keaton. He's a good dude. I don't know, but I made it seem like I did, but I don't know. Okay, I've seen this one on some people's lists as well. Blair Witch Project came out in 1999. I was an 11-year-old boy. Thought it was real. Thought it was a real thing. I live close to, what is it, Blackburg, Maryland, I think. I think that's where that was. I think it's Blackburg, Black Forest, Black something. Yeah, I live close to there, so I always thought it was real, and I always wanted to go down there and check it out. It's only a couple hours away from my house. But they made it seem like it was so real. The marketing for that film was great. They marketed it as it was a real thing that really happened. It didn't. But the thing that affects me with this movie, the kids I used to hang out with in my old neighborhood when I was young, they'd go up in the woods like a day that I wasn't home or I wasn't allowed to come outside for whatever reason. Um, they would go make those Blair Witch symbols and they would hang them all over the place. Hey, Jamie, welcome. They would hang them all over the place. Burkittsville. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Thank you, Aaron Click. You're the man. You are the best. Yeah, so my friends would hang them all over the place, like on my basketball hoop and, on like my porch railings and shit. And then they'd hang them on like, there was like a business across the street. They'd hang them over there, hang them behind the woods. And I was like, I didn't know because I wasn't, I wasn't with them when they made them. So I thought that shit was legit. Like I thought there really was a wish. Yeah, Wish. You got that shit from Wish. I really thought there was a witch. I thought, holy shit, that movie is 100% real. I'm going to die. And I'm going to have snot coming out of my nose and no tissue to wipe it. And it's going to get caught on camera like this camera right here. The snot's going to come down my nose. You guys are going to laugh at me. And then the viewers are all going to leave. You're all going to leave. Just because I got a runny nose. I got allergies. Maybe that lady in the tent had allergies. You ever think about that? Maybe there was no witch. You ever think about that? Fuck. Or maybe the kids' noises they were hearing in the tent were the fucking children of the corn and they got lost in the woods and they were just laughing because they couldn't figure out how to get back to the corn. You ever think about that? Fuck. That ending scene, dude, in that little house, in that house, when the dude's just standing in the corner and shit. It's fucking chilling. It is chilling. I want to rewatch that movie soon. I've never seen the requel or whatever the fuck the other one was. Just Blair Witch. I've never seen that one. So I was told by my boy Garrett to check it out. So I definitely want to check that out. For sure. I saw the Blair Witch Project 2, the Book of Shadows. I saw that one. But I gotta watch that other one. And that brings me to the last of my 9 movies that scared me. And this movie scared me the most of all. I gotta find out if they have a steelbook of this or anything because honestly, I haven't watched this movie since the theater. Okay, haven't watched it since the theater. Scares the shit out of me. Always has scared the shit out of me. Sinister from 2012. That's a movie that I don't watch. I own it. Watched it one time. Never watched it again. Once again, a movie with creepy kids. Okay? Creepy kids. The kids are fucking killing their parents. Whoops, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. I mean, it's been out for over a decade, so if you wanted to see it by now, you probably would have. It's so good. Ethan Hawke, so good. I went to see that with my brother-in-law. Okay? Went to see it with my brother-in-law. Was in awe from the very beginning. You get the opening shot of that family just hanging by that tree, and then the branch break and it goes up, and the family gets hung in that old, what is that, like 35 millimeter? I don't know, film talk. I'm not that kind of channel. But yeah, it's that grainy film stock. The 8 millimeter, is that what it's fucking called? I don't remember. The fucking little tapes that he watches throughout this movie are some of the creepiest things ever. It all seems so realistic, so real, but that's a movie you have to watch in the dark, no lights on, no distractions. Because as soon as it's over, you're going to turn the fucking lights on, okay? You're gonna turn the fucking lights on. Super 8, like the motel. That's where you go to get fucking cheap cocaine in an easy bang. Super 8. Let's fucking do this. Shit. No, that's not the movie this is about. But that would be just as scary. Wouldn't it? Okay. Garrett said that I can just keep it simple and say grainy. Cool. Because yeah, I don't know the ins and outs of filmmaking. I don't pretend to know the ins and outs. I don't analyze films like most of these review channels. I just fucking talk and try to have a good time and try to make some people laugh along the way to make your day a little bit easier. But if you have not checked out Sinister, please do. 2012, Ethan Hawke, amazing performance. Uh the ending, very bleak. Not one of those endings that makes you cheer. No, not that kind. The Bagul, the villain in this movie, you get to see him somewhat, not as much. You get to see him a lot more in the sequel, if I'm not mistaken, which the sequel I haven't watched in a while, and I don't remember liking it very much. But the Bagul is probably one of the creepiest monsters in movies like ever. Ever. If you want to go cut the grass, like Mike, like Mel says down there, don't fall down and let your kids cut the grass. Just I don't recommend that at all. I don't recommend going swimming. I don't recommend sitting in your car. Yeah, doing lots of things. Just don't do anything. Sit in a padded room. Don't have boxes laying in the middle of your hallway. Because a kid might fucking pop out backwards. Just don't do anything. Anything. Don't go in the woods. Don't go by trees. This movie scared the shit out of me. Story, went to see this with my brother-in-law. Late night showing. Probably got home about 11:30 at night. Obviously, it was dark as hell. I hop out my car, fucking have my keys ready. Book it to the house. Hurry up, get in my house. Flip on the lights. Run across the room. Flip off the lights. Flip up the lights to the hallway. Run up the stairs. Flip the lights off. Go in the bedroom. Take my clothes off. Jump into bed. Cover my head. No shit. No, I was 24 when I saw this movie. I was scared out of my mind. Um, you know, it I don't know if it'll work for me. I don't know if it'll have the same effect on me now because I've seen it. I always have too many kids running around. Have too many kids running around. Have too many kids running around to focus on movies as much as I want to. But yeah, it scared the shit out of me. And to this day, I would say my favorite. Man, maybe not my. It's probably not my favorite, but probably the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life. Sinister 2012. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Highly recommend it. Yeah, and those, my friends, are the Rad 9 movies that scared me. Plus some honorable mentions because I don't play no games like that shit. No, Mag, I'm not gonna have more kids. I have 4, and that is enough. Brooke, go see it, watch it, lights out. Have somebody with you to hold. Maybe cover your eyes. And then yeah, just fucking crazy. Uh, Garrett, I am not the genetic jackhammer. I have 4 kids, and my wife wanted 6. We stopped at 4. I think that was good enough. I think that's good enough. 1980s Betamax says, did you know that they were going to make a new Poltergeist movie with Caroline grown up? Heather Locklear was going to play Caroline. I did not know that. I'd hate to break it to anyone, but I am not a fan of Poltergeist. So yes, I know it's a classic. Steven Spielberg, I get it. Craig T. Nelson, I know these things, but I'm not a fan. Too slow for me. Too slow for me. And then I say that, and then I had fucking movies like Signs and Sinister on here, which are slow burns. So, am I contradicting my fucking self? Mel, you the best, Mel. You the best. I appreciate that, Mel. You guys inspired me. Your videos, all of your channels. So I wanted to make you guys proud and do the best I could with this video. So, since I don't edit videos very often, I don't do pre-recorded stuff. Figured why not do it this way. So, hope you guys enjoyed my Rad 9 movies that scared me. It's good stuff. I love all these movies. I want to probably rewatch some of these soon. If anybody knows of a sinister, you know, wait, there's a digital in here. That digital code probably expired a long time ago. I'm gonna say, yeah, probably a long time ago because this movie, yeah, it's not valid after uh February 19th, 2014. So I'm not gonna be cashing in that one, unfortunately. Oh shit, those are my 9 movies. Yeah, exactly. F Bass. Slasher movies don't scare me. I watch slasher movies for fun. Uh, I don't watch them to ever be scared because I'm not afraid of Halloween. You're not afraid of Friday. Maybe Nightmare a little bit. Hellraiser's creepy just because it's a different kind of breed. Not really a slasher. I mean, even though part 3 kind of made it that way. Um, thanks, Rosie, rocking my headband. Thanks, Garrett. I appreciate you hanging out. You, Mel, Justin. Always appreciate you guys stopping in very, very much. Um, yeah, so those were my 9 honorable mentions. I will be back on Thursday night with Nick from the Lost River Drive-In ranking the endings of all 13 Halloween movies from worst to the best. Come give us your list along with us. We'd love to hear it. It would be amazing. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna keep collecting these fucking steelbooks. Got 3 today in the mail. Gonna keep grinding. Gonna try to keep doing the best content I can. Being that it was October, I wanted to do a lot more content for you guys. Um, yeah, not enough time in a day for sure. Not enough time in a day with work, football games, football practice, basketball practice. Just not enough time. So appreciate you guys stopping in tonight, hanging out for a little bit. Really do. Hit the like on the way out. That would be fantastic. Um, yeah, I'm assuming everybody here is always already subscribed, so I can't even say subscribe to the channel. But if you are new watching after the fact, please think about subscribing to the channel, ring the bell, get all the notifications when I go live, and just come and hang out. Links are down below to my Patreon, buy me a coffee, and my YouTube membership. All greatly appreciated. Never expected. Yeah, join me Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys very much. I'm gonna go finish They Live with my boy Roddy Piper and have a good fucking time. That's what I'm gonna go do. But until the next time, please, I'm gonna miss you guys, and it hurts me to see you go.